We're so thrilled to have Peyton Manning's name on our children's hospital. But we are a hospital designed for kids.
And then the halfback went in motion and then ran a slant route across the middle. Try to get a linebacker isolated on him. I like this beat. It's nice. Give me some more bass. A little more bass here. These are nice. Wish they had them at the adult hospital next door. They have to make this giraffe green.
That's crazy.
Might be right. Let's go red right, scat right, 585, wide drag, on two. Ready? Break. Nice ride. Do y'all have these in blue? Can you hear this?
There's only one Peyton Manning Children's Hospital, offering world-class compassionate care for your child. Schedule primary, ER, or specialist care online.
Thanks, Peyton. We've got this.
Oh, okay. That's where they go.
We're
Every day, we go farther, try harder, and do things others think are impossible. But for people who are passionate about what they do, it's normal. At OrthoIndy, we make sure of it. As the largest sports medicine group in Indiana and the official orthopedic provider for the Pacers, our specialists work to treat your injury from diagnosis to recovery and get you back in the game, because you were built to perform. OrthoIndy Sports Medicine, helping you get normal back, whatever your normal looks like.
Work, and boy, do we have a good one for you today. It's two of the top three teams in the state in Class 4A. The number 2 Roncalli Royals, 2-0 on the season, tied in the polls with Center Grove, today's opponent, who are 5-0 on the season. We welcome you in. I'm Rob Brown alongside our outstanding crew, bringing you all the sights and sounds of this one from the south side, Roncalli Stadium on the campus of Roncalli High School. Both these teams coming off of wins last night. Roncalli winning 8-2 here over Columbus North. Meanwhile, Center Grove won 14-0 at home over Warren Central. Let's take a look at the lineups for the visitors from Center Grove. Hannah Haberstroh leads off and plays right field. Ashlyn Wolf will bat second, plays second base. Peyton Szymanski behind the plate. She hits third. Alexis Rudd in the circle today. She'll hit cleanup. Emma Fair is the designated player. She bats fifth. Lex Warner at third base bats sixth. Maya Netter plays first base. She'll hit seventh. Sydney McConnell's in left field batting eighth, and Riley Janda at shortstop hitting ninth. For the Royals, Defensively, left to right, Kate Lehner, the junior, in left field. Lila Blackwell in center field. The sophomore, Abby Hoffman, the sophomore, in right field. Infield, left to right. Kylie Friege, the junior, at third base. Abby Carr, the senior, at short. Chloe Parks, the senior, at second base. Kaylin Cash, the senior, at first base. Allie Waleski, the junior, behind the plate. And Keegan Rothrock in the circle for the third time in as many games. Rothrock, the much ballyhooed sophomore, off to an outstanding start. 2-0 on the season. She is responsible for both of Roncalli's wins in 11 and a third innings pitched. She struck out 30 batters. She's faced 34. She allowed a swinging bunt hit yesterday, a couple ground outs and a pop-up. That's it in the 34 batters she's faced. She hit 72 on the gun yesterday. Scott Wagner's the plate umpire. We're set to go. Happy you're with us. And first pitch is a high strike that Haberstroh swings through, 0-1. Connie Denson is the base umpire today. Roncalli in the home white uniforms, royal blue Roncalli diagonal lettering and numerals, white tops, white pants. Rothrock deals off the corner away, a ball. Center Grove in the traveling red tops with the white script Trojan lettering and numerals, black pants, and the white helmets. 1-1 the count to the freshman Haberstroh. That pitch is away, a ball. Haberstroh ran out of the batter's box thinking it was strike three. It's a 2-1 count. So Haberstroh, the freshman, hitting .667 on the year, 10 out of her first 15. But to say she lost track of the count there would be an understatement. 2-1 the count to Haberstroh, hitting from the left side. A lot of chatter in both dugouts, as we would expect. Corners in. Friege's in at third base, and Haberstroh calls time. Start time for this one today pushed back about a half an hour. Scheduled for a 5 o'clock start, and officially a 5:28 start. Haberstroh, a swinging strike there, and it's 2-2. Radar indicates, though, that we've got a advantageous window to get this one in today. Outlook for baseball tomorrow versus Cathedral is not as rosy. We'll take them one day at a time. 2-2 the count to Haberstroh. Rothrock digs in. And Haberstroh check swing foul off the screen. Count holds at 2-2. See that replay, Haberstroh able to just get a piece of it. Those of you on the simulcast. Two the count. And another check swing foul. Two the count. Haberstroh hangs in. And she swings through that pitch, but it gets away from the catcher, Waleski. And Haberstroh's aboard. So that's a strikeout. A strikeout and a pass ball as that ticked off the glove of Waleski. So despite the fact that Haberstroh strikes out, she is aboard with nobody out. And here's Ashlyn Wolf hitting from the right side. That pitch low inside. Runner goes. Throw down. Not in time. Oh, no. They say she's out. Boy, I thought for sure that was a stolen base, but I think she overslid the bag. Either way, it's 2-6 on the putout on the caught stealing. Center Grove does run a lot. They've got 23 steals in 5 games. But Haberstroh is erased from the base paths. And now Wolf goes to work, batting .588 on the year. The sophomore. .20 count to Wolf. Rothrock shakes off the first sign. Now she's ready. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Letter high fastball, and Wolf swung right through it. 2-1. Peyton Szymanski, the sophomore catcher, waits on deck. Swing and a miss on a rise ball, and the count evens 2-2. Alyssa Coleman down in that third base box, the head coach. The Center Grove team is the defending state champions. There was no tournament last year, no season last year. Center Grove winning it in 28-19. That pitch fouled back to the screen, and the count stays 2-2. Center Grove went 28-3 en route to that 2019 4A state championship. And Alyssa Coleman won the 2018 title coaching at Speedway. So she's won state championships the last 2 full seasons she's coached. Not bad. Pitch swung on and missed. And they got to make a play down at first base as Waleski lost the handle momentarily, but plenty of time to retire Wolf for the out. And there's 2 away. It goes 2-3 on the putout for the second out of the inning. Here's Szymanski hitting an even .500 on the year, 7 out of 14, hits from the right side. Center Grove hitting .422 as a team through the first 5 games, averaging just over 10.5 runs per game. Scored double-figure runs in the last 3. Pitch on the inside corner, taking a ball. Scott Wagner behind the plate today. Blackwell shades the right-handed hitting Szymanski over to right center a couple steps. That pitch on the inside corner, a strike. And the count evens at 1-1. 198 down the left field line here at Roncalli. 205 to straightaway center, and 200 down the right field line. Pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch up. And it's 1-2. Rothrock trying to come back after the leadoff hitter struck out but reached via a pass ball. And swinging and missing on a pitch tailing away. Szymanski strikes out. So Rothrock strikes out 3 in the inning. 1 runner reaches but is caught stealing. And we're through a half inning scoreless. Royals come to the plate when we return on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
Schedule online.
Do life, not laundry. Milto Cleaners.
Florist. Our mission is to establish and maintain the highest level of floral value and customer service at comfortable consumer prices. For the best and freshest flowers in Indianapolis and surrounding areas, Steve's Flower 7-787-3431, or visit us at 3150 East Thompson Road.
Rob Brown back at Roncalli High School. Softball action tonight. Into the bottom of the first. Royals batting. Center Grove lines up defensively this way. Sydney McConnell, Allie Patton, and Hannah Haberstroh left to right in the outfield. Lex Warner, Riley Janda on the left side of the infield. Ashlyn Wolf and Maya Netter on the right side. Peyton Szymanski behind the plate and Alexis Rudd in the circle. She is 2-0, making her 5th appearance. 3.28 ERA. 10 2/3 innings pitched. She's allowed 6 runs, 11 hits, struck out 20, and walked 1. Chloe Parks will lead it off for Roncalli. Senior hitting from the left side of the plate. Lila Blackwell bats second, the center fielder. Kylie Freege hitting third at third base. Kaylin Cash, the cleanup hitter at first. We'll get through the rest of the lineup here in a second. Parks stands in, hitting .333 on the year. That pitch back to the screen, a ball. Parks committed to Miami of Ohio. She entered this season with a .483 career average. That ranks 3rd in program history. Been a starter since the day she arrived as a freshman. Both spots in at the corners on the infield. And that pitch tails away a ball, 2-0. Middle third of Roncalli's lineup today. Kaylin Cash hitting cleanup. Keegan Rothrock pitching, batting fifth. Abby Hoffman hitting sixth out in right field. Pitch. And Parks hits it off the glove of the pitcher. It rolls free, and she beats out the play at first base. The second baseman, Wolf, came in, tried to make a play, but couldn't. And Parks is aboard via an infield hit. So infield hit for Parks. That is her second hit of the season. Here's Lila Blackwell, the sophomore. She's 4 out of 5. Also hits from the left side of the plate, one of 3 left-handed hitters in the lineup today. She lays down a bunt that rolls foul. Too much backspin on it as she broke out of the batter's box. And everybody retreats. Bottom third of Roncalli's order today, Abby Carr, playing shortstop, hits 7th. Gracie Holock, the designated player, hits 8th. And Kate Lehner, the left fielder, bats 9th. Lehner is the other left-handed hitter in the lineup today. Pitch. That's away. Parks running on the pitch. Head first slide. She's safe. So Chloe Parks steals second. That is her second steal of the year in as many tries. Roncalli 7 for 7 so far as a team in stolen bases on the young season. This game number 3. So Parks in scoring position down at second. And a nice bunt by Blackwell rolls foul. And that puts her behind in the count, 1-2. Lexus Rudd, the pitcher, has committed to Southern Illinois. She's one of 3 players in the lineup today that played in that 2019 state championship game alongside the third baseman Lex Warner and the center fielder Patton. 2-1. And a slapper right back to the circle. Rudd makes the play over to first. There's a tag play, bang, bang, and she's safe. Parks will walk home. So there's a tag play at first, and the ball came loose, and Blackwell is safe. So Parks is in, and the run scores. We'll have to see if that gets scored a hit. And now there's a conference in the circle. I think that's going to be an error on the throw, would be my guess. What we do know for sure is that Parks is in with the first run of the game. We'll have to get a press box consensus as to whether or not that was an infield hit or an error. It was an error. Error on the pitcher. So E1, Blackwell is aboard. And a line drive hitting to left field. Strong base hit. First pitch hitting is Freegee. Blackwell going first to third. Freegee advances behind the throw. And the Royals are in business with runners at second and third and nobody out. So a solid base hit for Freegee. Second hit of the inning for the Royals. Here's the cleanup hitter, the senior Kaylin Cash, playing first base. Kaylin 2 out of 4 this year, committed to play at St. Joseph's next year in Philadelphia. That pitch down in the dirt, blocked by Sheminsky, nowhere for the runner. 1 in, I should say, 2 on and still nobody out. They're even with the bag at the corners. Pitch. Inside, taking a ball, 2-0. David Lauk in his 13th season as the head man at Roncalli, down there in that third base coaching box. Maria Poteet down coaching at first. Pitch. Right down the chute, taking a strike, and it's 2-1. Good crowd here this afternoon, as you would expect for this big rivalry game. 2 of the top 3 teams in the state tied for second in this week's coaches poll. Pitch, and that one's fouled, squibbed down the third baseline. Count evens 2-2. Crown Point is number 1 in the coaches poll this week in 4A. Off-speed pitch on a rise ball, and Cash swings through it for the strikeout. So Rudd gets a big strikeout there. 1 away, here's Rothrock. Keegan is 2 for, make that 2 out of 5 in her 5 plate appearances so far this year. Hit a big home run yesterday. Hits a chopper down the third baseline. It's off the glove of Warner and rolls into short left field. One run is in. And Blackwell checks up at third. Rothrock behind the play. Rolls into second base. And the second run is in. That's going to be an infield hit, I believe. David Lauk is calling for a courtesy runner. And that's Abby Tiller will come in and courtesy run, number 18, down to second base, replacing Rothrock.
We have courtesy runner, number 18, Abby Tiller.
So Tiller is on.
Now batting number 9.
Rothrock gets the base hit and the RBI. Runners are at second and third and one out. 2 runs are in for Roncalli here in the bottom of the first. Abby Hoffman at the plate. Sophomore. 2 out of 2 on the young season. Hits from the right side. She was ready to hit, and the plate umpire, Scott Wagner, was off putting the courtesy runner in his notes. Now we're set to go. 2-0 the score here, bottom 1. Pitch high and away, a ball. Rudd's work from behind in the count to the first 6 hitters. Pitch. Hoffman takes that one right down the middle, a strike. Count evens 1-1. Good crowd. See some of the football guys down there in the right field corner, leaning up against the fence. 1-1, 1 out. Hoffman swings through that pitch. Nice fastball right down the chute. A little movement on that one, tailing away, as you see on the replay for those watching on the simulcast. Rudd ahead in the count, 1-2. Hoffman slaps this one foul down the left field side. And the count holds. Abby Carr waits on deck. 2 runs are in for Roncalli so far here in the bottom of the first. Pitch. Hoffman had a cut, fouled it right back to the screen. Well, weather permitting, we'll be back with you tomorrow for baseball. That's a radio-only game tomorrow night. Roncalli taking on Cathedral. Again, weather permitting, 5:30 first pitch. Audio only tomorrow night. And Hoffman, another foul back to the screen. Good at bat for the sophomore Abby Hoffman. Rudd's back in the circle. Looks in for the sign. Pitch. And Hoffman lifts it up in the air to center field. Patton is underneath it. Takes it right behind the second base bag. Here comes the throw home. And throw back to third as Frigi straight off the bag and almost got caught overrunning. Good throw by Patton from center field for the second out. Frigi had a mind to at least encourage the throw, and Patton's throw was on the money. So 2 away, 2 on, 2 in. And Abby Carr stands in. The senior shortstop, 2 out of 4 so far this year. She, along with her twin sister Sophie, committed to play softball at St. Xavier next year in Chicago, an AIA program. Takes that pitch right down the middle for a strike. Abby, a starter on that girls basketball team that went 20-5, won a sectional title. Lifts this one high in the air, and it's going to drift foul down the right side, out of play. And Rudd quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. Both Abby and her sister Sophie appeared in over 80 varsity basketball games over 4 years. They are very impactful on the basketball side. And their teammate, Maddie Bischoff, the Indiana All-Star, just committed to Ball State within the last 24 hours. Carr out in front of that one, swings and misses. And the Trojans are out of the inning, but not before Roncalli gets 2 runs on 3 hits. There was an error and 2 left. We're through 1, and Roncalli leads it on the Beck Service Center scoreboard, 2-0. We're back with inning number 2 after this on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
Every day we go farther, try harder, and do things others think are impossible. But for people who are passionate about what they do, it's normal. At OrthoIndy, we make sure of it. As the largest sports medicine group in Indiana and the official orthopedic provider for the Pacers, our specialists work to treat your injury from diagnosis to recovery and get you back in the game, because you were built to perform. OrthoIndy Sports Medicine, helping you get normal back, whatever your normal looks like.
Right around back at Roncalli High School, we move to inning number 2. Softball matchup this afternoon, big one. Number 2 Roncalli against number 2 Center Grove, both teams undefeated, and the Royals have the early lead, 2-0. We move to the second inning, and the cleanup hitter, Alexis Rudd, the pitcher, stands in to begin it for Center Grove. Rudd hitting .412 on the year, 7 out of 17. She has 3 of their 5 home runs. Hits from the right side. Rothrock, who struck out 3 in the first inning, is in, set, ready to go. And that foul tip, Rudd got a piece on that pitch tailing down and in. 0-1. Rothrock delivers. That pitch tailed inside, and a nice block by Waleski. 1-1 the count. Pitch, swing and a miss. Belt high fastball, and Rudd swung right through it. Rothrock walks behind the circle to get herself composed and reset, ahead in the count, 1-2. Rothrock in the crouch, delivers, and that pitch just missed the inside corner. It's all sorts of movement on that one. We got a good look at it from our perch high behind home plate. Just missed the inside corner. The count evens 2-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch out and away. And Rothrock has another strikeout, her 4th of the ball game. And here's Emma Fair. Fair hits from the right side. One out here in the top of the second. Pitch. Taken right at the belt for a strike. Center Grove has yet to put a ball in play here. This is the 5th hitter of the order. That's a high strike that Fair takes a big cut and misses. Rothrock quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss. She struck her out. And that's 2 strikeouts here in the inning. And here's Lex Warner.
Number 18, playing third base today, Lex Warner.
Warner, a junior, hits from the right side, plays third base. Hitting .462 on the year, 6 out of 13. Has a double. Started at third base as a freshman. Hits it on the ground. Base hit up the middle. That's the first hit of the season on Rothrock that has left the infield. Just the 2nd hit overall and the first hit to leave the infield. Solid single up the middle by Lex Warner. She's aboard with 2 away.
Number 13, playing first base today, Maya Netter.
Just the 2nd hit allowed by Rothrock in this, her 3rd game of the season. In 12 1/3 innings pitched. Pitch taken on the outside corner, a strike by Maya Netter. Junior first baseman. Hits from the right side. 2 outs and Warner down at first. 2-0 the score. Roncalli on top here in the top of the 1st inning. High strike. And Nutter swings through. And Rothrock quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss. She struck her out. So Rothrock comes back after allowing the base hit to right center field to strike out Netter to end the inning. So in the inning, Trojans get a hit and strand a runner. We're through 1.5. Roncalli 2, Center Grove nothing. Back with the bottom of the second. Coming up after this on the Essentia St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network. Royals lead 2-0. Prior to the game, Roncalli head coach David Lauck delivered the pregame prayer, an emotional one, talking about Russ Milligan, the longtime Center Grove head coach who passed away back on February 10th at the age of 56 due to COVID-19 complications. Coach Milligan retired after the 2018 season, won 5 state titles in 741 games. It's a remarkable, remarkable resume. And as David Lauck said in the pregame prayer, Coach Milligan changed the landscape of softball here in Central Indiana with the way his teams won and competed. You had to be on his level if you wanted to win games. So he is certainly in our thoughts today. As we move on to the bottom of the second inning, here's Gracie Holock. Gracie, the designated player, the senior, 1 for 5 on the young season. Tries to lay down a bunt and misses for a strike. Today's game brought to us by Jockish Flowers. To ensure vibrant and long-lasting life, Jockish Flowers are always freshly cut and chilled. They consistently offer quality and beauty in each hand-picked arrangement that leaves their shop. Here's the pitch to Holock. That pitch away a ball, 1-1. Visit our friends at Jockish at 2636 Southeast Street or call 784-1614 to order your arrangement today. That's our friends at Jockish Flowers. Holock swings through that one, had a big cut on a pitch on the outside corner and missed. And she's behind in the count, 1-2. Holock steps out to get herself collected. She's committed to play at Midway University in Kentucky next year. Pitch, swing and a miss. Third strikeout and the second straight strikeout for Rudd. Now she goes to work on the speedy Kate Lehner. Lehner 2 out of 3, hits from the left side. Lehner in the rare position of playing softball and running track at the same time. She'll be on the track at various points here throughout the spring. One of the fastest female athletes in the building. Slap down the left side, foul into the stands. Not too often that you see athletes try and play 2 sports at once, but Lehner making that attempt here this spring. Softball is the primary, but she will be in action on the track at various points throughout the year. I believe starting Friday night, potentially. Archdiocese meet at Cardinal Ritter to open up the girls' track season. That pitch away a ball. And the count evens at 1-1. Both track teams opening up on Friday night at the Archdiocese meet at Cardinal Ritter. 1-1 pitch to Lehner. And she walks up on that pitch that's on the outside corner for a strike. A couple of Roncalli athletes went and competed in a track meet up at Lawrence North last night, and Eli Crouch, the junior, high jumped 6'6", and Kyle Lockard, the junior wide receiver, long jump 21-7. Lehner lifts this one into left center field. Patton is camping under it and has it for the out, 2 away. Those are 2 guys to keep an eye on as potential state qualifiers in boys track here as we move through the spring. Back to the top of the order in Chloe Parks. She began the bottom of the first with an infield single, stole second, and scored on the error by the pitcher Rudd. 2 outs here, bottom of the second. Roncalli leads it 2-0. Pitch and a slap to first base, and late covering the bag. Let's see, safe. And Alyssa Coleman is going to come out and have a conversation with the base umpire. The first baseman, Nutter, charged that one. The second baseman, Wolf, was late to cover, and it was a bang-bang play at first. And in the eyes of Connie Denson, Parks beat it out for her second infield hit of the game. Now Alyssa Coleman is bringing both umpires into the discussion. Home plate umpire Scott Wagner getting involved in the conversation. As for now, Parks is aboard with 2 away, but let's see if this call holds. As the conversation continues, and Parks will remain at first. So that brings Lila Blackwell to the plate. She reached via error and scored. Her older sister Isabel played in the program, graduated last season. Tremendous upside for this sophomore center fielder. Parks goes on the first pitch. Throw down is high. Parks sliding head first, has her second steal in as many tries. Chloe Parks making things happen on the base paths. David Lauk trying to scratch out another small ball run here in this second inning. 2-0 the score. Parks down a second, 2 away. Bottom second. And a bunt laid down, rolls foul left side. Warner was charging. Blackwell couldn't keep it fair. Now there's a conversation between Alyssa Coleman and Scott Wagner as to whether or not Blackwell was out of the box early on that bunt attempt. We're having a lengthy rules interpretation discussion now, as the count is 1-1 on Blackwell. 2-0 the score. Roncalli on top over Center Grove. Bottom of the second inning. 2 outs. Chloe Parks down at second base. David Lauk now wants time. Scott Wagner changing the count, says the count is 0-2. So we stand corrected. 0-2 is the count. Pitch. And Parks stealing third, and she's in there. Well, the third baseman, Warner, was in tight on the bunt, and the shortstop, Janda, was running in to cover third base and may have had a play, but Warner cut the throw 5 feet up the bag. And then maybe not aware that Janda was behind her. Either way, Parks is now down at third. Pitch. And it's lifted straight up in the air in the infield. And it's called for and taken by Nutter, the first baseman, right in front of the circle. So Rudd works her way out of the inning. Gets the pop-up in the infield to end the inning. In the inning, the Royals get a base hit, strand a runner, no errors. We're through 2. Roncalli leads at 2-0. Back with inning number 3 after this on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
Throughout Chick-fil-A.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
He's low. 1-1 the count. Our center field camera looking in. Lila Blackwell, the center fielder, right in front of our camera, number 2. Great shot, looking right down the chute for those of you on the simulcast. Swing and a miss as McConnell was way out in front of that one, and she's behind the count, 1-2. Riley Janda, the shortstop, waits on deck. Pitch, and McConnell just stabs at it for strike 3. Here's Janda, freshman hitting .250. 3 out of 12 here in the early season. Pitch taken for a strike. Well, during the pregame prayer today, David Lauk, the head coach of Roncalli, also mentioned Jason Mueller, the longtime PA voice for Center Grove softball, football, basketball, elementary phys ed teacher in the system. Big part of Center Grove softball. Battling some serious health issues, has for a while, as Jana swings and misses on that second pitch. You want to help out Jason and his family, you can go to wearejasonstrong.itemorder.com to order some merchandise. All the proceeds go to the family's expenses. And fouled back by Janda. She stays alive. That's wearejasonstrong.itemorder.com to get some merchandise there to help out the Jason Mueller and his family. And there's a couple of dine-in events where you can donate as well. Give you some information on that here in a moment. Here's the pitch to Jana. That gets away from Roleski. It's a ball. It's 1-2. Ella's Frozen Yogurt in Center Grove and Smokehouse Barbecue. Also 2 dine to donates. 2 more coming next weekend. Get all the information at wearejasonstrong.com. Help out Jason Mueller and his family. Jana lifts this one up in the air to center field. Blackwell drifts over to left center. She hauls it in for the out. And that's the second out of the inning. Just the second time. The first time through the order, just second time that Center Grove put a ball in play. Back to the top of the order, and Hannah Haberstroh. She struck out, but reached via a pass ball to lead off the game, and then was caught stealing. Hits from the left side, came into today's contest hitting .667. Fouls a bunt back to the screen. So again, to help out Jason Mueller, the PA voice of Center Grove, and his serious health issues that he's battling through. We're thinking about him. You can log on to wearejasonstrong.itemorder.com to get all the details on ways you can help him out. 2-0 to score. Top third. That pitch taken right down the chute for a strike, and Haberstroh's behind 0-2. Tennis team losing at Guerin last night to even its record at 1-1 after beating Greenwood 5-0 on Monday night. I'll back at it next week. Haberstroh runs up on that one. That pitch is out of the zone away, and it's 1-2. Baseball team winning 21-2 last night at Ben Davis. Oh my. Proved a 4-1 on the year, and they'll be back here hosting Cathedral tomorrow, weather permitting. Haberstroh swings through that one and misses. And that ends the inning. Strikeout number 8 for Rothrock through 3 as the Trojans go in order here in the top of the third. We head to the bottom of the third. Royals lead it 2-0. Back with it after this on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
Marian University wants to
in Center Grove and softball action. Two of the top three teams in the Class 4A. Royals up 2-0. Be the middle of the order of 3-4-5 hitting for the Royals. Please support the Roncalli Circle of Faith Annual Fund, which this year raises money for needs-based tuition assistance, faculty enrichment programs, Catholic identity on our campus, and the resurfacing of the track. Contact the Roncalli Advancement Office at 787-8277 for more information. A great crew on hand with us today. Ben Taylor's our producer. Kayla Lima Perez is our associate producer, holding things down here in the press box. Justin Brown overseeing the proceedings. Robert Story's on the camera. And Drew Willis handling the graphics for us today. Kylie Freege singled and was stranded in the first inning. Leads us off here in this bottom three. And she hits this one foul down the left side, right into the third base box, and David Lauk. Well, Keegan Rothrock has struck out 8 through 3 innings, and Alexis Rudd has struck out 3. Pitch. And this is lifted into left center field. That ball going back. Patton's got a play, and she makes the play just shy of the fence in left center field. Boy, that looked like for a second that it might get out of here when it jumped off of Freege's bat, but it hung up, and Patton able to lope over and make the play. And it's a long out to begin this bottom of the third. Here's Kaylin Cash. She struck out in her first time up today. Scott Wagner wants time. And that pitch taken on the outside corner for a strike. That ball hit down to third. Warner plays it on one hop over to first for the out, 2 away. Here's Keegan Rothrock. Rothrock singled in her first time up. That pitch away a ball. Well, on this day, April 7th, what is arguably the best baseball movie of all time was released. Rothrock swings through that one. Bad News Bears released today in 1976. Some say the best baseball movie ever. Rothrock lifts this one high in the air to left field. Coming in is McConnell, and she makes the running catch to end the inning. So for the first time today, the Royals go in order 1, 2, 3. We're through 3. And Roncalli leads this ball game 2-0. We'll step out for 30 seconds and come right back. It's Roncalli softball on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
Roncalli. So you think you can beat a train? Well, think again. While trains can appear to be slow-moving, they can easily cause injuries or death. You must slow down and yield at all railroad crossings. Attempting to beat the train puts yourself and others at risk. According to the Federal Railroad Administration, there were over 2,200 railroad crossing collisions in the United States last year, resulting in 293 deaths. Don't be a statistic. Look, listen, and live.
Well, at OrthoIndy, their mission is to provide the highest quality comprehensive bone, joint, spine, and muscle care to patients throughout the Midwest, the United States, and around the world. From diagnosis through recovery, their team is ready to get you back in the action. Choose OrthoIndy to be your official orthopedic provider. OrthoIndy, also sponsor of our Player of the Game that we'll hand out in the postgame show. We move to inning number 4. Roncalli leading this one 2-0. Ashlyn Wolf leads us off. Hitters 2, 3, and 4 for the Trojans in this top of the 4th. Volleyball team in action later this afternoon/evening across the parking lot over in the Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium, taking on 6th-ranked Garin Catholic. Volleyball team, boys volleyball team, currently ranked 2nd in the state, 9-1 so far in the season. And first pitch is swung through by Ashlyn Wolf. Only loss for the volleyball team so far this year has been to top-ranked Fishers. Pitch by Rothrock, and that's fouled back over the screen into the trees behind us. Rothrock quickly heading the count 0-2. Boys lacrosse team opens its season on Saturday at Chittard. Girls lacrosse team hosting Chesterton this Saturday. Girls are off to a 3-2 start. Pitch by Rothrock is inside a ball. We'll have both a girls and boys lacrosse broadcast later on this year. Girls lacrosse broadcast toward the end of April. Boys lacrosse broadcast in May. 1-2 pitch. Pitch taken low, a ball. Be the first lacrosse broadcast on the RMN. And it could be a lot of fun or it could be a train wreck. We'll have to wait and see. 2-2. That pitch is lifted into right center field. Blackwell coming on, as is the right fielder. Hoffman, they can't get it. It drops in for a hit. Second hit of the game for the Trojans. That's a little blooper into the outfield that fell in front of the outfielders. Neither Blackwell nor Hoffman got a good jump on the ball, and Wolf stayed alive and gets the leadoff hit. Here's the number 3 hitter, Peyton Szymanski. Sophomore struck out to end the first inning. That pitch gets away from Waleski, and the runner goes down to second base. They hit Waleski's glove. The catcher went straight up in the air. She couldn't find it. And we got an appeal over at first base. David Lauka's thinking that was a foul ball. Is that the discussion? I think Waleski just lost the handle. Either way, Wolf is standing at second base. I believe Scott Wagner called that a strike, saying that Szymanski did offer up at it. And for those of you watching on the simulcast, we're working on getting our center field camera back. Rothrock now having to dig in. Pitch, swing and a miss. Boy, she brought the heat there and is ahead in the count 0-2. Nobody out. Runner down at second for Center Grove here in the top of the fourth. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Boy, Rothrock came back with 2 heaters, and she's got her 9th strikeout of the game. First batter out here in the inning. Here's Alexis Rudd. Rudd struck out to begin the second inning. Pitch. Pitch inside, swung through and missed. Well, the boys golf team off to a strong start. Connor Ray shot a 72 on Saturday to finish second in the Edinburgh Invitational at Timbergate. Team finished third. Pitch swung on and missed, but it gets through the glove of Waleski and goes back to the screen, allowing Wolf to advance to third. Oh, wait a second here. They say Wolf got a piece, or Rudd got a piece of that. Pitch. That fouled down the right side. And the count holds 0-2. Two nothing the score. Roncalli leads top of the fourth. Scott Wagner wants time. Gally Waleski, the catcher, called time, wants to go out and talk to Rothrock. So 0-2 the count. Wolf down at second with one away. Pitch. Chop to short. Abby Carr charges. Throw across for the out. And there's two away. Snap throw back to third, and Wolf's diving back in. Time called. So Rudd's retired 6-3 on the ground out from Carr to Cash. Wolf advances to third. First time today that the Trojans have had a runner get past first base in the person of Wolf. She now stands at third. Two away, two outs. Here's Emma Fair. She struck out in the second. Rothrock looking to dig in here. Pitch high, ball. Rothrock looking for strikeout number 10 to end the inning and keep the Trojans scoreless. That pitch on the inside corner taking a strike. And the count evens at 1-1. Talking about the boys golf team, Connor Ray shot a 42 yesterday to lead the boys to a win over Lawrence Central last night at Old Oakland. Pitch. Swung on a missed. And now Rothrock is ahead in the count. 1-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss. She got out of it. Rothrock's 10th strikeout of the game. And after the Trojans get a runner to third base in scoring position for the first time today, Rothrock leaves him stranded with 2 strikeouts to close out the inning. In the inning, the Trojans get a hit, their second. Strand a runner. We're through 3.5. Roncalli leads this game 2-0. We're back after this on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
Do life, not laundry. Milto Cleaners.
Rob Brown and a socially distanced cast of thousands back with you on the Roncalli Media Network. Royals leading Center Grove 2-0 middle of the fourth. The marquee softball matchup in the state today, and we have it for you. Happy you're with us. Game will be with you tomorrow, fingers crossed, as the baseball team takes on Cathedral. Weather does not look promising for that one, but should we get a break in the clouds, we'll have it for you at 5:30 tomorrow. That's an audio-only game on RoncalliMediaNetwork.com. Here's Abby Hoffman to lead off the fourth, and she takes a strike. And next week we'll have baseball on Tuesday, conference game against Brebeuf, and then a big volleyball matchup on Friday night. Pitch. Hoffman fouls that back. Thanks to the hustle of our producer, Ben Taylor, we're pleased to report our center field camera has returned. Appreciate Clint Meinerding tuning in this afternoon. Pitch. Taken on the outside, a ball, and it's 1-2. Celebrity birthdays today, Jackie Chan, 66. The action star Jackie Chan. Line down the left field line, it's fair. Into the corner it goes. Hoffman quickly around first, into second. David Lauk holds her right there, and a slap double down the left side for Abby Hoffman. She got all of that one to lead off the inning. That's her second double of the season. So leadoff hit for the Royals in this bottom four. And that brings Abby Carr to the plate. Abby struck out to end the first. Jackie Chan, 66 today. Abby Carr shows bunt and pulls it back. Former Indiana governor and current Purdue University president Mitch Daniels celebrating a birthday today, 71 today for President Mitch Daniels. Pitch. Carr lays down the bunt right in front of the plate. Rudd late to it, no play. No play. Some indecision there on the part of the Center Grove fielders as to whom was going to field that bunt. Carr pushed it in no man's land about 10 feet in front of the plate, and everybody's safe. So now the Royals have him at the corners and nobody out. 2-0 here, bottom four. Here's Gracie Holock. Pitch taken, the ball. Abby Carr bluffed to steal. Heading down to second base. Then she checked up and holds at first. Abby Carr at first. Abby Hoffman at third. Nobody out here in this bottom of the fourth. Royals trying to add some gap here. Holock shows bunt. And now Hoffman straight off the bag at third. But she hustles back. Abby Carr, though, behind the play, steals second. As the Center Grove defense was so preoccupied with Hoffman, Carr heads up and runs behind the play and moves down to second. Activity down the Center Grove bullpen in the right field corner. That's Riley Henson, the freshman, getting loose. Pitch to Holock. Swing and a miss. And Holock behind in the count, 1-2. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. Royals have two in scoring position, leading 2-0. Holock steps out, now steps back in. She's ready to go. Pitch on the outside, taken for strike three on the corner. Boy, Shemansky set up out there, and Rudd hit the target.
Number 19, left fielder, Kate Lehner.
Fourth strikeout of the game for Rudd. Now here's Kate Lehner, who flew out to center field in her first time up. Lehner slaps this one into the dugout. That one got a piece of Kate Curtis sitting right down in the opening of the fence. Lehner, one of the few hitters that does not use a batting glove. Interestingly, she has two tucked in her back pocket and is wearing neither. Shows bunt, lays it down right in front of the plate. Hoffman going, and she's hung up. The throw ricochets off the glove of McConnell and then hits the umpire and stays in play. So Hoffman's unable to advance, but Lehner's aboard with a bunt single. Second bunt single of the inning. Now they're loaded for the top of the order and Chloe Parks. Now Alyssa Coleman wants to come out and have a conversation. Brings her catcher and her infielders into the circle. Bases loaded and one out here for the Royals. In the top of the order, Chloe Parks stands in. Buster Douglas celebrating a birthday today, 61 years old. Still remember watching that fight in 1990 when he beat Mike Tyson in Tokyo in the winter of 1990. One of the most improbable sporting events of my lifetime. My guy John Currens is nodding his head in agreement. Parks is 2 for 2, couple infield hits, has 3 steals so far today. The Miami, Ohio commit, one of the captains of this team. Hits from the left side. Bases loaded, nowhere to put her. The corners are in. Parks see if she can elevate one to the outfield and get at least one in here. Takes a pitch off the corner for a ball. David Lauk in the third base coaching box, giving some instructions. Parks lift this one high in the air to right field. Haberstroh camps underneath it, has it. Everybody moves up a base. Hoffman scores on the sacrifice fly. Parks drives in the run. And the Royals have added a run and lead it 3-0.
Number 2, center fielder, Lila Blackwell.
Sacrifice fly also moved Carr over to third and Lehner to second. So 2 outs in the inning. Here's Blackwell. She's 0 for 2. Reached and scored via an error. Drops it down right in front of the plate. The play's to first. Bang, bang, play, and she's out. Nice play by the pitcher, Rudd. She got out of the circle quickly and threw Blackwell out. It goes 2-4 on the putout at first base. And what could have been a big inning for the Royals, nets just 1 run. So Center Grove considering themselves fortunate because in the inning, Roncalli gets 3 hits, strands 2, no errors, 1 in. We're through 4. Roncalli leads this one 3-0. Back with the top of the 5th. Up next on the Ascension St. Vincent, Roncalli.
Try harder and do things others think are impossible. But for people who are passionate about what they do, it's normal. At OrthoIndy, we make sure of it. As the largest sports medicine group in Indiana and the official orthopedic provider for the Pacers, our specialists work to treat your injury from diagnosis to recovery and get you back in the game because you were built to perform. OrthoIndy Sports Medicine, helping you get normal back, whatever your normal looks like.
787-3431 or visit us at 3150 East Thompson Road.
Now we head to the top of the 5th. Roncalli adds a run to its lead, leading 3-0 over Center Grove. Lex Warner, the third baseman, batting 6th, leads this inning off for the Trojans. Keegan Rothrock has struck out 10 through 4 innings, allowed 2 hits. Pitch, swing and miss. Singled in the second inning, swings and misses there, and she's down 0-2. Warner has one of 2 Center Grove hits in the afternoon. A 2-out single in the second. Ashlyn Wolf led off the 4th with a base hit. And this one lifted high in the air in the infield in foul territory. The third baseman Freegie's over, and she makes the catch in front of the Roncalli dugout for the first out of the inning in foul territory. Here's Maya Netter. She struck out to end the second inning. Celebrity birthdays today. Russell Crowe, 57 today. Starred in the movie The Nice Guys, one of the more underrated movies of the last 20 years. Ryan Gosling. Swing and a miss by Nutter. Rothrock looks in for the sign, delivers. Pitch high, ball, 1-1. Both dugouts have been engaged from the jump here this afternoon. Pitch, swing and a miss. And Rothrock is ahead in the count, 1-2. Rothrock looks in, delivers, and check swing. She went for strike 3. That's strikeout number 11 for Rothrock. And with 2 away, here's Sydney McConnell, the junior left fielder. Well, the activity that was down in the bullpen for Center Grove has ceased. McConnell swings and misses, walks up on 1. Three 0 the score, top of the 5th. Roncalli leads Center Grove. Swing and a miss again as McConnell tried to run up on that one and was out in front. She's behind in the count, 0-2. Rothrock moves the softball around in her hand. Now she's in the crouch, delivers. McConnell just got a piece to nick it back to the screen to stay alive, 0-2. John Oates celebrating birthday number 72 today of Hall & Oates. One of the great background singers of all time. 0-2 pitch. And this one is punched foul down the left side. Our cameraman Robert Story on top of that third base dugout had a look at that one as it soared by, which is why he's standing behind a screen. 0-2. Pitch. Chopped right back to the circle. Rothrock stabs it. Throw to first for the out. And that'll do it. So for the third time today, the Trojans go in order as McConnell's retired 1-3. We're through 4.5. Roncalli leads Center Grove 3-0. Back with the bottom of the inning after this on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
Marian University won.
Brown back at Roncalli High School. Royals leading Center Grove in softball action 3-0. We move to the bottom of the fifth. Middle of the order due up for the Royals. Freegee, Cash, and Rothrock. Hitters 3, 4, 5. Again, if you're just joining us, Roncalli got 2 in the first and added a run in the fourth. Keegan Rothrock has 11 strikeouts for Roncalli through 5 innings. Here's Freegee. She's 1 for 2. Drove in a run in the first on a base hit. Flew out to center field in the third. Takes a pitch on the outside corner for a strike. You're just joining us. You missed us talking about Jason Mueller, the PA voice of Center Grove. As Freegee hits this one on the ground, deep short. Long throw across the diamond, and the throw gets away from the first baseman. Freegee's safe. That's an infield hit for Freegee. She's got her second hit of the ball game. Several different events have been organized to help out Jason and his family as he's dealt with some serious health issues the last couple years and continues to do so. Go to wearejasonstrong.itemorder.com/sale. Ball hit on the ground to first, knocked down by the first baseman Nutter. She'll go to first for the out. Throw to second and can't get Freegee. So Cash is retired 3 unassisted over at first base. Freegee moves up to second base. That's wearejasonstrong.itemorder.com/sale to learn about merchandise that you can get to support the family. It's an event set up next weekend at Ella's Frozen Yogurt, as well as Smokehouse Barbecue. Learn all about those. Go to wearejasonstrong.itemorder.com/sale for more information. That ball hit off the end of the bat, and it's caught in the air by the shortstop. Tried to double off Freegee and can't. As Rothrock hit that right off the end of the bat, and the loop was caught by the shortstop, Janda, for the second out. Here's Abby Hoffman. She doubled and scored last inning. Hit a rope down the left field line. So I hope you can help out Jason Mueller, our friend, the PA voice of Center Grove. About him and his family as he deals with health issues. He's certainly in our thoughts. As Hoffman fouls his first pitch back over the press box. Hope you can join us tomorrow as we'll have an audio-only broadcast for you as the baseball team takes on Cathedral. The number 7 ranked team in the state is Cathedral. Aaron Kroll's Royal Baseball squad off to a 4-1 start. Good strong start for his team. Hoffman swung through that one. She's behind 0-2. Freegee down at second. 2 away here, bottom fifth. Pitch. Pitch away, a ball. And it's 1-2. Hoffman sets in the right-hand batter's box. Pitch from Rudd, and Hoffman on the fist fouls it back into the screen to stay alive. Leadoff hit by Kylie Freegee has her down at second base with 2 away. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, the Royals leading 3-0. Here's the pitch from Rudd. Gets away a ball, and the count goes even, 2-2. Hoffman staying alive. Get this at bat. Pitch. Just missed the corner. Ooh, Rudd wanted that one. And from our vantage point, I think she might have gotten it, but instead the count called away by Scott, ball called away by Scott Wagner. The count goes full. That'll put Freege in motion down at second with 2 away. Pitch from Rudd. And Hoffman lifts this one straight up in the air, but it drifts back behind us and out of play. Another lengthy at-bat by Abby Hoffman. She's had some good at-bats today. Even that first at-bat when she flew out to center field was a 8-pitch at-bat. The outfield way around, playing her to a strong pull. The right fielder's in right center field. Pitch. Hit on the ground to third. Warner long throw across for the out, and that'll do it. So the Royals get a leadoff hit, but Strand Freege down at second. And we're through 5. Roncalli leads this ball game 3-0. Back with the 6th inning. Up next on the...
at OrthoIndy.com/sportsmedicine.
Well, we head to the top of the 6th inning. Roncalli leads Center Grove. Rob Brown with you. Happy you've chosen to spend part of your Wednesday night with us. Of course, today, April 7th, is the anniversary of Syracuse winning the 2003 NCAA championship. 81-78 over Kansas. Behind my main man, Carmelo Anthony. As a Syracuse graduate, I hardly approve of that. Here's Janda, 0 for 1 on the night. Number 9 hitter stands in to lead off this top of the 6th. Shows bunt and fouls it straight down off the shin of the catcher, Waleski. Top 6, 3-0, Roncalli leads. Pitch. Janda out in front of that one, and she smacks it well down the left field line. Well foul, but she hit that one a good 200 feet. Well, she straightens that one out, and it's in the parking lot. Rothrock, though, it's a long strike. We'll see what she comes back with here ahead 0-2. Rothrock looks in for the sign, takes her time. 11 strikeouts so far in the game. Pitch. Taking low a ball. Tried to get Janda to chase. Good patience by the freshman Riley Janda to watch that one go low. Good look in on the simulcast from our center field camera. The 1-2. Pitch high. And it's 2-2. Janda steps out. Now takes her time getting back in the batter's box. Pitch. Ooh, that one got away up high, and now the count's gone full. So a nice at bat by the freshman Riley Janda. Got behind in the count 0-2. She's worked it back full. One of the few. I think this is only the second full count by a Center Grove hitter today against Rothrock. Let's see what Keegan comes with here on the full count to lead off this top of the 6th. And that ball is lifted straight up in the air in the infield. And the first baseman, Cash, calls Rothrock off and makes the catch right in front of the circle for the first out of the inning. Good at bat by the freshman Riley Janda. David Lauk, the head coach, wants time to head out and talk to his pitcher. Got his infield and his catcher out in the circle. Well, while we have a moment, since our guy Ryan O'Leary from the Daily Journal is here, we'd be remiss if we did not throw in a little This Day in Hip Hop. DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince released their first album today in 1987. The much-forgotten Rock the House album, which I'm sure everybody has a copy of. And also on this day in hip-hop history, the release of one of my favorite one-hit wonder hip-hop bands of the 90s, Das EFX, released their debut album. Might have been their first and last album. Dead Serious was the name of that Das EFX album back in 1992. So here's Haberstroh with one out in the top of the sixth. The freshman shows bunt. Between Haberstroh and at the top of the order and the shortstop, Janda, Center Grove has two really promising freshmen in this lineup that are going to be impact players for a long time. Fouls this one down the left side. Does Haberstroh. She's behind in the count 0-2. Top six the score. Roncalli leads 3-0. And Haberstroh swings through for the third strike. She ran down to first base, but Waleski never dropped the ball, so that's a strikeout. Number 12 of the day for Rothrock. And she'll go to work on Ashlyn Wolf, who has one of the two Center Grove hits in the afternoon. Wolf with a leadoff hit in the fourth. Advanced to second via pass ball, was moved over to third on a ground out, but was stranded at third to end the inning. She's the only runner to reach scoring position today, and she's the only runner to reach scoring position on Rothrock in 3 appearances this year by the sophomore. And she's behind in the count 0-1 after the foul ball. Pitch. A speed pitch dropped in for a strike. Ooh, Rothrock took something off there. Boy, that was a beautiful pitch by Rothrock. She's ahead in the count 0-2. That pitch got away, and it's 1-2. Catcher Szymanski waits on deck. Rothrock delivers. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 13. And the Trojans go in order. So since Rothrock gave up the base hit to Wolf to lead off the fourth inning, she's retired 9 in a row. And we move to the bottom of the sixth with the Royals leading 3-0. We're back with it next on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
Bless you.
Thank you. Achoo.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Or visit us at 3150 East Thompson Road.
Well, at Indian American Credit Union, you can get pre-approved and streamline the vehicle buying process. It's fast, free, and will take you down a quicker road to the car of your dreams. Visit imcu.com for more information. Well, what the Royals hope is last bats time here in the bottom of the sixth with a 3-0 lead. The home team batting for what they hope is the last at bat. So we'll have a couple new faces batting for Roncalli here in the inning. Scott Wagner communicating the changes to all involved. Lauren Marcichek, the sophomore's on deck. She'll hit for Holock. But first, Abby Carr leads off this bottom of the 6th. Lifts this one high in the air to short right field. In the sun, up in the sun. Looking up, and the second baseman, Wolf, makes the catch in short right field for the out. One pitch, one out here in this bottom of the 6th. Here's Marcicek, the sophomore. Hits from the right side. She'll hit for Gracie Holock here, the designated player in this bottom of the 6th inning. Marcicek on the year is 0 for 1. Older sister Mallory played here and is currently a senior at Indiana State, playing in their softball program. Pitch. Dribbled back to the circle. Rudd, easy throw over to first for the out. And 2 pitches, 2 outs here in this bottom of the 6th for the Royals. Here's Kate Lehner. Kate 1 for 2. Flew out to center field in her first time up, and a bunt single in the 4th. One of 8 Roncalli hits in the afternoon. Pitch. Taken outside corner for a strike. Lehner, one of 3 left-handed hitters in the lineup. Parks and Blackwell hitting 1-2 today, also hit from the left side. And she walks up on that one and slaps it foul into the fencing in front of the Roncalli dugout on the third base side. Kate behind in the count, 0-2. Here's the pitch. Lifted into short center field. Going back is the shortstop coming in. The center fielder. It drops in between them for a hit. Bloop single for Lehner, her second hit of the game. She joins Kylie Freege and Chloe Parks as the 2 players in this Roncalli lineup with 2 hits today. Here's the aforementioned Chloe Parks back at the top of the order. Chloe 2 for 3. Couple infield singles. Drove in a run on a sac fly in the 4th. Has 3 stolen bases today. And she lines one into right center. Lehner was going on the pitch. It's cut off in the gap, but Lehner on her horse. She'll score easily. Parks into third. Head first. With her second triple of the year. Boy, Chloe Parks, the senior, jumped all over that first offering from Rudd. Laced it into the gap in right center. And Kate Lehner, the fastest player on the roster, had no trouble scoring from first on that one. And it's 4-0 in favor of the Royals on the 2-out triple by Chloe Parks. Here's Lila Blackwell. Shows bunt. Slaps it to second base. Hustling down the line. Quick, close play at first, and she's out. As Wolf gets it over to Netter for the 3rd out of the inning. But in the inning, the Royals get a 2-out rally. Base hit by Lehner and an RBI triple by Parks. Makes it 4-0. 2 hits in the inning for Roncalli. 1 runner left. We head to last roundup time for the Trojans with the Royals leading 4-0 on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
So you think you can beat a train? Well, think again. While trains can appear to be slow-moving, they can easily cause injuries or death. You must slow down and yield at all railroad crossings. Attempting to beat the train puts yourself and others at risk. According to the Federal Railroad Administration, there were over 2,200 railroad crossing collisions in the United States last year, resulting in 293 deaths. Don't be a statistic. Look, listen, and live.
Well, Keegan Rothrock is on, looking to shut the door on what would be her 3rd win in as many tries. The sophomore has struck out 13 through 6 innings, no walks, allowed 2 hits. And she'll face the middle of the order. Hitters 3, 4, and 5 here in this top of the 7th. The Royals leading this one 4-0. Peyton Szymanski 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today. Center Grove leads the all-time series with Roncalli 12-5. First pitch swinging, ball knocked down by Rothrock. There'll be no play. Ball hit to Rothrock's right, and Szymanski hustling gets the infield hit. the third hit of the game for the Trojans. We're going to have a courtesy runner, I believe, down at first base. I did not get the number.
Number 32, pitcher Alexis Rudd.
Here's Alexis Rudd. Emma Wheatley. Emma Wheatley, number 16, is the courtesy runner. Thank you to our home plate umpire, Scott Wagner, for communicating that to us. Here's Rudd. She's 0 for 2. Struck out in the second. Grounded to short in the fourth. Pitch. Swing on and missed on a high strike, and Rudd quickly behind 0-2. Three hits for the Trojans today. Rothrock looks in and has the quick 3-pitch strikeout. 3 rise balls and the strikeout on Rudd. First out of the inning, 14th strikeout of the game for Rothrock. And we've got a pinch hitter. It's Ruby Thompson, number 5, coming on to pinch hit for Emma Fair. Ruby Thompson, a sophomore, 2 for 8 on the season. Pinch hitting here with 1 out, 1 on in the top of the 7th. 4-0 the score. Roncalli leads. Rothrock delivers. In on the fist, swung through and missed. That pitch tailing in. Thompson couldn't catch up to it. Pitch. Ooh, she took a little something off, and the changeup right down the chute for strike 2. And that pitch tailed away, and Thompson held off. 1-2 the count. Courtesy runner Wheatley made a breakdown at first base, but came back to the bag. 1-2 the count. Rothrock looking in for the sign. Now she's ready. Pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch tailing away. Second out of the inning. That's strikeout number 15.
Number 18, third baseman Lex.
Here's Lex Warner. She has one of the 3 hits on the day by the Trojans and one of 2 that reached the outfield. Singled in her first time up in the second. Pitch high. Waleski out of a crouch to go up and get it. And Warner popped out in foul territory to Frigi at third base to lead off the 5th. Rothrock trying to close it out with strikeout number 16 here. The Royals leading 4-0. Swing and a miss on a pitch at the letters. And the count evens at 1-1. Well, be sure to stay tuned immediately following the game. We'll step out for a couple minutes and come back to tell you all about it in the postgame show. Warner lifts this one high in the air to center field. Blackwell camps under it. She has it, and that will do it. So behind Keegan Rothrock's 15 strikeouts and 10 timely hits by the Royals, Roncalli shuts out the defending state champions here today at Roncalli. Our final score, the Royals of Roncalli 4, Center Grove, 0. We'll stay tuned, or stay with you, I should say, after we step out for this brief 2-minute pause. We'll come back. Post-game shows next on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
We're so thrilled to have Peyton Manning's name on our children's hospital. But we are a hospital designed for kids.
And then the halfback went in motion and then ran a slant route across the middle. Try to get a linebacker isolated on him. I like this beat. It's nice. Give me some more bass. A little more bass here. These are nice. Wish they had them at the adult hospital next door. I think I'm gonna make this giraffe green.
That's crazy.
Might be right. Let's go red right, scat right, 585, wide drag. On two. Ready? Break. Nice ride. Y'all have these in blue? Can you hear this?
There's only one Peyton Manning Children's Hospital, offering world-class compassionate care for your child. Schedule primary ER or specialist care online.
Thanks, Peyton. We've got this.
Oh, okay. That's where they go.
Every day, we go farther, try harder, and do things others think are impossible. But for people who are passionate about what they do, it's normal. At OrthoIndy, we make sure of it. As the largest sports medicine group in Indiana and the official orthopedic provider for the Pacers, our specialists work to treat your injury from diagnosis to recovery and get you back in the game, because you were built to perform. OrthoIndy Sports Medicine, helping you get normal back, whatever your normal looks like.
Grain English muffin. Visit the Southport Road Chick-fil-A today and try one.
Rob Brown back at Roncalli High School as the Royals defeat Center Grove today by the score of 4-0. Two teams tied at number 2 in this week's Class 4A state coaches poll. Let's take a look at how the game unfolded. Roncalli got 2 runs in the first inning. Chloe Parks led off with an infield hit. Lila Blackwell reached via error by the pitcher Alexis Rudd. And then an RBI single by Kylie Freege brought in Parks, I should say, scored on the error by Rudd. And then Freege drove in Blackwell on a base hit to make it 2-0 in favor of Roncalli. Royals added another run in the 4th. Abby Hoffman led off with a double and then was brought home with a 2-out sacrifice fly by Chloe Parks. That made it 3-0. And then in the 6th, the Royals got a final run. Kate Lehner with a 2-out base hit to right center, and then Chloe Parks' first pitch swinging laced a triple into the right center field gap to make it a 4-0 game. Keegan Rothrock retired. Gave up a leadoff hit, then retired the next 3 hitters to send Center Grove home in that 7th inning. Time of game, 1 hour and 30 minutes. As Rothrock is the winner. She improves to 3-0 on the season, and Alexis Rudd is the loser. She drops to 2-1. We'll go back. We'll come back, hand out our player of the game, and put a bow on this one after this quick 60-second pause on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
We're so thrilled to have Peyton Manning's name on our children's hospital. But we are a hospital designed for kids.
And then the halfback went in motion and then ran a slant route across the middle. Try to get a linebacker isolated on. I like this beat. It's nice. Give me some more bass. A little more bass here. These are nice. Wish they had them at the adult hospital next door. They have to make this giraffe green.
That's crazy.
Might be right. Let's go red right, scat right, 585, wide drag. On two. Ready? Break. Nice ride. Y'all have these in blue? Can you hear this?
There's only one Peyton Manning Children's Hospital, offering world-class compassionate care for your child. Schedule primary ER or specialist care online.
Thanks, Peyton. We've got this.
Oh, okay. That's where they go.
Rob Brown back to wrap this one up as the Roncalli softball Royals improved to 3-0 on the season with a 4-0 win over Center Grove. Let's take a look at some of the individual numbers. Keegan Rothrock, the Roncalli sophomore starting pitcher, she was spectacular again today. Went the distance, gave up 3 hits, so Center Grove is the first team to get more than 1 hit on Rothrock. She gave up 1 hit yesterday against Columbus North. She gave up 3 today, did not walk a batter, and struck out 15. So in 3 outings thus far, Rothrock has struck out 45 batters and walked none in 18 and a third innings pitched. That is unbelievable control. 45 strikeouts and no walks for the sophomore Rothrock, who improved to 3-0 on the season. Pitching line for Alexis Rudd, who did not pitch poorly in the loss. The senior, she went 6 innings, pitched the distance, gave up 4 runs, all earned, 10 hits, struck out 4, did not walk a batter, and with the loss, she fell to 2-1 on the season. Hitting numbers for Roncalli, 10 hits. Chloe Parks had a team-high 3. She drove in 2 of the 4 runs. Other multi-hit games today came from Kylie Freege in the number 3 spot, and Kate Lehner in the number 9 spot had a couple of hits as well. But we're going to give our player of the game to Keegan Rothrock, the sophomore pitcher. She is today's OrthoIndy star of the game. We're at OrthoIndy. Their mission is to provide the highest quality comprehensive bone, joint, spine, and muscle care to patients throughout the Midwest, United States, and around the world. From diagnosis through recovery, their team is ready to get you back in the action. Choose OrthoIndy to be your official orthopedic provider. And we got this note from our friend Ryan O'Leary from the Daily Journal. Center Grove, the defending state champions. There was no season, as you recall, last year in no spring sports seasons in the state of Indiana. So Center Grove winning the 2019 title. They are the defending state champions. They went 28-3 in 2019. And the loss today for Center Grove was their first loss since April 24th, 2019. That was 714 days ago was the last time Center Grove lost a softball game, and it came today at the hands of Roncalli. With the loss, Center Grove gets its first loss of the season, 5-1 now on the year. They'll participate in the Pendleton Heights tournament this weekend on Saturday. And what has been a challenging week for Roncalli continues this weekend as the Royals beating a strong Columbus North team yesterday, beating this number 2 ranked Center Grove team today. And the Royals will be back at it this weekend in the Terre Haute tournament. And they're in a group with Hamilton Southeastern, who's a top 10 team in the state. Edgewood, who's the number 2 ranked team in Class 3A, and Terre Haute South. So some strong games for Roncalli this weekend as that schedule continues to be challenging, but they'll be up to the challenge for that Terre Haute South tournament this weekend. One other programming note before we say goodnight. We'll be back with you tomorrow, weather permitting, for an audio-only game on RoncalliMediaNetwork.com. You can listen to tomorrow's baseball game. No video tomorrow, but audio only on RoncalliMediaNetwork.com as the Royals take on number 7 ranked Cathedral. Ian Brown will be alongside for that one. 5:30 our start time for that one. Our next video stream will be a baseball game against Brebeuf next Tuesday night. 5:30 the start time for that one. Hope you can join us then. Want to thank our fine crew today, providing you all of the pictures and sounds of today's action. Robert Story was on the camera today. Drew Willis handled our graphics. Ben Taylor was our producer. Kayla Lima Perez, our associate producer. Justin Brown, the director, and our executive producer is Stefan Welsh. Today's broadcast has been a production of the Roncalli Media Network. The executive producer of the network is Gary Armbruster. Again, I'm Rob Brown. Our final today, as Roncalli improves to 3-0 with a 4-0 win over Center Grove. Till we talk to you tomorrow night with baseball action, on behalf of our entire Roncalli Media Network crew, it's been Rob Brown saying, so long, everybody.